Hi everyone, I'm Tom. I am the CEO and co-founder of RecXchange, and I just wanted to come to you with a little earning session that we want to do as a regular Tuesday basis. So, join in. We'll do like a Q&A at the end, but what we'll do to start with, we're just going to go through the main sections that I would sort of say would help you start earning through RecXchange. So we'll go through those in a bit. A little bit of background. So we built RecXchange off the back of, myself. I've been in recruitment, I started in 2015. And, I launched my own agency a couple of years ago now. And off the back of that, I noticed that there was obviously a lot of room for maybe improvement or a bit of a gap where I feel some great recruiters could really use. So I was in a situation where I basically won a new client on top of the ones that I already had, and I ended up with quite a lot of roles that I couldn't deal with by myself. There was too much, and at the same time it was I think my first year in the business, and I couldn't afford to hire talent to help me fill them, but I wanted to fill them, so it just ended up being a bit of a difficult situation. So we started looking at opportunities of where we can, what we could introduce to the market to see if we could actually help others that might be in a similar situation, or those that just want to collaborate and help people and split fees and work in a bit of a fairer industry. So that's where sort of RecXchange was born, and myself and the CTO, we sat down, we went through what I felt were the needs, and he spoke to me about obviously what the technical side of it and how it could work, and together we built this platform for you, for recruiters and solopreneurs that want to earn more, and want to be able to really drive your successes. Look, we don't see this as a full-time live-on platform. This is there to support you as you look to build up your own career within recruitment. But that said, there are over $700,000 worth of fees that are available on the platform now. So any one of you could earn as much as you want. You could make it a full-time live-on platform and just fill roles all day long, especially as we're now, partnering with some amazing outsourcing companies who are, looking to really drive that client base for us across the globe, not just in single locations. So yeah, but anyway, I wanted to obviously just give you a bit of a background, and let's talk about RecXchange. Let's talk about the platform, how it can help you. So what we'll do is we're going to go through it. I'm going to flick onto the different screen, show you around a little bit, and then obviously show you the main areas that you're going to need to know. Okay, so bear with me. Right, as you can see, when you first sign in, this is going to be your main area. We call it the dashboard. This dashboard is basically, it's your home page. It's everything you may want is going to be from here. Whenever you want to get back to a central point, it will come to here. So this is going to be just your familiar sort of area. So from here, you can see that we've got the community side. You can see that we've got your habits. Now, I don't know if many people actually utilize this. Like, this is like your daily or weekly to-do list. So if you are looking to, increase your client base outside of RecXchange, or if you're looking to just stay a little bit more organized, utilize these habits, because, it really does help with keeping you efficient, especially when there's so much going on in this industry that we work in. You have to be constantly spinning lots of different plates at all the time. So try and stay efficient. Use something like the habits. All it can be is just, I've got an outstanding action to call my client, RecXchange. I should be calling them every Wednesday. It was due on the 9th. We're well over by about a week. All it would be is if you were to call them, have that catch up afterwards, just on the right hand side, just a tick. We've got to do is tick that, and that's it. That then it will remind you. That will pop up next time, and it will tell you what you need to do and when. So remember, just try and stay efficient as much as you can. Utilize that if you need to. You could also do it as little, just your daily to do. If you like to have a bit of a plan on what you're going to do that day, whether it be spend 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. sourcing a role, or if it's 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. of just business development. Again, you can put that in there. Once you've done your little section, you tick it, you can have it done as a daily reminder, so you're always doing the same flow throughout. And it just, again, it builds that habit, keeps you efficient. And honestly, I think it's an underutilized tool, but it's such an efficient one. But from here, you're also going to see obviously trending jobs down the bottom. These are live roles that we've got on the platform. They are all over, really. You've got the US, you've got Great Britain, Australia. I think they're also, US, Great Britain. So yeah, the roles that are posted on the platform, whether it's going to be in exchange roles or whether it is in the Recs Direct, anything that is trending will get popped into here. Normally we do have the latest industry news, but for some reason that link's not working. There would just be insights, different news articles within sort of recruitment, different sectors. Yeah, that's it's not working at the moment, and we are looking at a fix on that. And whilst I can actually see it, remember, like, obviously, once you sign up, do the platform tour, it will really, really help you understand where everything is on the platform. And sessions like this become a lot easier once you understand where everything is. So you're not having to re-watch the video over and over and over again to see where I've clicked next. At least you'll have a bit of an idea. It also gives you prompts on, going through to things like this. Complete your profile, click and edit the button and add your photo and stuff. And by doing so, you're going to get 2 Recs tokens. You're going to get 2 tokens for free. So again, well worth doing the platform tour. It shows you around, which is going to help you learn faster, and it gives you free tokens, which will help you place candidates or upload roles. So again, that is well worth doing. Now, the reason why we wanted to build this platform was purely to bring recruiters across the globe together, centralized place. You don't need to worry about border control, you don't need to worry about oceans and stuff like that. People can come together in a single place and work on roles together. They can collaborate on roles, they can be part of that community, and they can learn from each other. So if you are thinking about opening up a new vertical or a new sector within your sort of recruitment career, then you can have a look on here and have a look to see, right, what sectors interest me, whether it's construction, whether it's technology, mental health, whatever it may be. You can have a look on here to see if there's any roles that actually would fall within that sector. So you can then start working on them, start sourcing candidates, having conversations with them to get more intel to then open up your own clients within that. It gives you that head start into opening up a vertical. It's not just the case of here's a role, go and fill it, earn some money. This platform was built to, yes, get recruiters to collaborate instead of compete. It's also built to help people win their own recruitment careers and really try and thrive in different sectors and opening up new clients off the back of the work they've done. And speaking of, obviously we do have a section here for clients. So if you do have your own clients that you're working on, or if you've got roles that you want to post, just add a client in this section. We try and make it as easy as possible. Literally you go into clients and click a big pink button that says add client. All you need to worry about is making sure anything that's got an asterisk, you just fill that one in, because obviously they are important. They need to have them. But again, if you want to be really organized, probably more organized than what I am, filling it all in. Just fill all of the the details into company name, who your contact is, their job, email, contact number, industry, what company size they are, and any notes. And that's one thing that I do always do actually, is when it comes to clients is I will add notes. So if it is the case of they've had a bad experience with a recruitment agency in the past because of whatever reason, I'll put it in there, because I just then know for myself, don't go near that subject, or don't do this, or don't do that, because I know that it's going to frustrate them and I want to make sure I keep them happy. So yeah, again, just add your clients. The two places I guess most people really care about, it's going to be roles and it's going to be candidates. So if we stick to, let's go down in order, let's go with roles. First thing you're going to see is the Recs Direct roles. These are clients that RecXchange has gone out, we've done the business development and we've won these clients, they're signed to us, and then we've posted their roles on here for you to work. Okay, so this is, yeah, open opportunities. You don't need to worry about the business development. You don't need to worry about any of that cold calling. You can literally just jump straight on and start working these roles. Yeah, start cracking on with them. So you can see on here, you've got ADHD nurse or specialist prescriber, you've got sales consultant, that one's completed, that's finished, that had 429 people working on that. Yeah, engineering, home care nurse, electrical engineer, lots and lots of opportunities. I think we've got, at the moment, we've got 78 roles in here. Only 70 candidates are actually currently in process. So full well it's going to be a few of those doubled up. So there's probably going to be about 30, 40 roles that have got no people added to. So by all means, jump on and start working, because we've got nearly $500,000 worth of fees available in there. And obviously use your filters if you want to. Drop down engineering, healthcare. You can see what filters here. So if you're on entry tier, you can click on that. It shows you which ones are open to you. Obviously pro users get everything, but it does just filter out what's available just for pro. Yeah, so by all means, obviously use them as well, because it's really going to help. If you do see a role that you want to work, you feel like you might, we're going to use this one, for example, the ADHD nurse. So you think to yourself, actually, my database or my network, or I've got experience in dealing with these sort of roles, and I feel like I could give this a good go, then use this one. We can use this example. What you got to do is you click on work role. You see there's only one person working on it at the moment. So you click on that. What that does, it brings up our terms and conditions. Obviously, read through them if you want. I've got privacy notice there as well. Feel free to read through them, and you click accept. Once you've got that done, you can see on here, it's now saying 2 recruiters working. It's highlighted in green, so it's saying that I'm now working on this role. You can add candidates in 2 different ways to this role. I'll show you the first one, then we're going to go straight into the second one. So this one here, applications, big pink button again, just click apply. And what that does, that's going to bring up a screen here. It's going to show you the candidates that you have in your own space. This isn't the AI search candidates that's got 270 million profiles. These are genuine candidates that you have in your own workspace that are private, just for you to see. Obviously, you can only put a candidate forward if you've got their CV and you've got all the information. What you've got to do is you click on it, anyone that you want to put forward, click them, apply. One of those doesn't have a CV. There we go. So let's put CV. There we go. So you can see down the bottom, one candidate applied successfully. So if they don't have a CV, obviously you're going to get a red warning come up to tell you that they don't have a CV. If that's the case, obviously reach out to them and say, look, I've got this role. I want to talk to you a bit more about it. You're on the market. Do your normal screening questions and get their CV added, upload it to the role. You can see there, obviously my application, all applications and my applications now say 1. And to go straight into the next way, if you go to candidates and change it to the tab candidates, this is your talent, this is your private workspace. All right. So we can then go down to find, let's use Dr. Nolan, and it would just be apply to premium roles. This is RecDirect. It takes you through to this page, and again, same applies. You just click that button. All right, add more, apply, whatever it may be. You can then just obviously add them to that role. Now, one thing I will say that I know we are working on a fix for is, let me find that candidate that I just put forward. There it is. If you click on premium roles, you can see that they're at the applied stage. We do know, we are working on it, that this currently stays on applied no matter what happens. So the way that we're getting around this at the moment, whilst the tech team figure out the issue and put a fix on it, we are basically, once a candidate gets moved to the next stage by the admin team, they're reaching out to the recruiters directly through our instant messages in the platform, and basically saying, look, yes, they've been moved to the next stage, this is the process, or this is actually, unfortunately, they're not quite a good fit, this is the reason why, and you're going to get your full feedback that way as well. So you will get notified. Again, the messages, just so you know, there's a tab at the top here. I won't click on it because obviously I've got real recruiters on there and their data, but it is this little speech bubble at the top. Another thing that I wanted to show you, obviously, to go back into roles to cover this off, is the next few tabs. You've got exchange roles. So RecDirect are clients that are owned by RecXchange. They're our clients. We've won them to post their roles for you to fill. Exchange roles, this is basically, these are roles posted by recruiters on the platform. They've uploaded them to our AI matchmaking software called the Exchange Engine, and they're looking for candidates and they're looking for recruiters to come and collaborate. So what you want to do with this one, it's not your typical, like with RecDirect, you don't apply a candidate direct to these roles. What you do is you actually upload your candidate to the Exchange Engine, which is a hidden back-end AI software, and it does the matching for you. Okay, so you're not applying directly to a role for it to say, yes, your candidate is an 80% match to this role. You're just uploading your candidate or your role to this central AI software, the Exchange Engine, and that will then match any role to any candidate if it's suitable, and any candidate to any role if they're suitable. It's much faster and it opens up more opportunities for you as the recruiter. So instead of, is my candidate suitable for this role? Yes, no. It is my candidate suitable for any roles? And we've currently got 53 roles added in here, and this is how we're getting basically over three matches per role. So it is then the case, like I say, is that candidate suitable for any role that's posted? And if you wanted to post your role to the Exchange Engine, it's the other way around. Is my role open, or is it suitable for any candidate that is currently in the system? So yeah, it's a different approach, okay? And the good thing about it is, even if there isn't a match there and then on that day, don't worry. Your candidate stays in the Exchange Engine and it will remain there for 6 months or until they get a match. So even whilst you're working on another role, even whilst you're out having fun, or even if you're asleep, the Exchange engine is actually still working for you to see if a match comes along. Okay, so it is, that's why we call it the engine, because it is constantly running and it's working for you. But again, with these, if you want, you can click on them. It gives you job spec. This is obviously information that's provided by the recruiter. So yes, all right, we're not going to have all of the information. You know, this recruiter is, for some reason, they've posted a role with no job title, no real location, no description, no split fee, no nothing. So the chances of a candidate matching 0 is going to be 0. The more information you have in there and the more information you share with people that you should be sharing, don't share obviously the client name or anything like that, or any personal data. Any sort of information that you can share, please do, because it just makes the matching easier and you'll get better results. Again, if you wanted to look through, you've got the retail operations manager, really good job description, nice and detailed. So what you can do with that is you can basically read through that and think, actually, you know what, I've got a candidate that could match that role. I've got a candidate that I think would be really suitable. Let me get them on the phone. Let me speak to them, see if they're still available. You'd speak to them. If they are, great. You take their CV and you upload it into candidates. You go into your candidate. This is your talent, your private database, and you add a candidate. You can upload their PDF and it just takes that information for you. You may need to fill in a couple of details yourself, but it's not a lot. All right. Once they're in, what you're going to do, let's see if I've got one here. Here we go. Your candidate will be listed in what we call a candidate card, like this. Okay, you can see if they're attached to any of your own private roles, if they're attached to a Rex Direct role, or if you want to add them to the Exchange engine, you just click Share to the Exchange. And that's it. Then it's highlighted in blue, active in the Exchange engine, and that's it. All right. Now, we'll have a look through. I don't think mine really have any matches. I was going to show you what it looks like. No. So what it would look like, let me get a roll up that I've got posted. So you can see the opposite obviously works with a candidate. You would look at their AI matches screen and it will show you what they're matching with. So you can see I've got a match here, 78%, 78%, 76% on those. I think I've got one here. Oh, no, I've already progressed that one, so I can't show you because it's got the details on there. The other one I think is also similar situation. So yeah, you'll be able to see basically by clicking on the candidate card or what we call the role card, the job card, you'll be able to see what sort of matches you have there as well. So this is okay. This is where you just add your own candidates, and like I say, this is completely private. Only you are going to see this information. And if you wanted more candidates, we've got a search function. This is all comma separated. This is basically all you've got to do is search for the type of candidate you want. Let's say you wanted to look for was it that retail operations manager? Just pop that into the job titles, retail operations manager. You could put in the location. You click search, and it will come up with different options. You know what? Let me see if I can actually show you retail. Oh, helps with the spell. Operations manager. We may actually go over today a little bit, but I'm all right. I don't really have much more to do. Here we go. Right, so it will show you these are genuine candidates that are on some public forum, whether it be LinkedIn, whether their data is stored somewhere else. We basically use a company called Apollo. They are a data sourcing company, and we've integrated their database into ours. So this is what you get to see is basically the data from Apollo. And what you can do from here is, I didn't put location, that's why that's wrong. You can look at a candidate if you think, you know what, they're actually good. Let's look at their employment history. They're a retail operations manager. They've been doing that since 2023 rather. Yes, I think they're going to be good. You click to reveal LinkedIn. There we go. And then once that's been revealed, you can view LinkedIn. I won't do it because it might have his their personal details on there. But yeah, then you do is you click view LinkedIn. It would open up a new page to that person's LinkedIn profile. Send them a connection request, or if you've got LinkedIn Sales Nav, if you've got LinkedIn Recruiter, Recruiter Lite, whatever it may be, you can send them an in-mail and reach out to them. See if they're looking for a new role, and start engaging with your candidates. You know, we want to promote more of a candidate first approach. You know, it's something that I truly sort of really believe in. I think it's the best way forward for recruitment. I think the bowing down to every client is a thing of the past. We really want to make sure that every candidate is truly being represented, you know, in the best possible way. Of course, you do have to still, you know, supply to your client, and obviously they're the people that pay you. So it's still very important that you do, you know, keep them under control. You account manage them, you nurture them, and you become their partner within a sort of talent space. But at the same time, I think I think being a partner to a candidate is just as important. You know, I think a lot of candidates, they see recruiters as just these people that just want to use them to make a quick buck. And yeah, I think that's a thing of the past. And personally, I don't do that. I actually want to truly represent my candidates and make sure that they're being dealt with in the right possible way. You know, they're being dealt like humans by a human, not AI. So yeah, I think this is a great way. We built this obviously to help out recruiters as much as possible, but it's also a good opportunity to help those candidates that are, you know, the people that are the B candidates, the people that have just missed out on a great opportunity. They might have interviewed for a job and someone else got it. They are the candidates that should belong on RecXchange. They're the people that should be in the exchange engine to see if there's another opportunity that they could, you know, quickly fall into. So, but look, I'm getting off track there. That's obviously like my personal views on how the recruitment industry should be moving to a candidate first approach. But yeah, so this is obviously where we're at. So, you know, you've got your client space if you want to use it. You've got your roles. You've got Recs Direct, which are RecXchange clients. Exchange roles, personally, look, if you're on RecXchange, I honestly think you should be using exchange roles more than Recs Direct. You know, I wanted to build this platform so recruiters can collaborate together. If you've obviously got, if these fall into your niche and you've got candidates, then please do, but try and help other recruiters first. We've got your candidate space, so you can do a search, or you can upload your own candidates and attach them to a private, one of your own roles, which no one else can see, add them to a premium or a Recs Direct role, or add them to the exchange engine. Whatever works best for you, all right? But look, that's it. There is over $700,000 in fees that are available. There's lots of opportunity. There is also, there's basically just, it's everything that you may want, you know, in a software. You've got opportunity, clients, roles, candidates, money. Everything's in here. And I will say, I do get asked this quite often, if you do make a placement, we're going to use Recs Direct as an example because it's with RecXchange. So if you make a placement through RecXchange, the way that it would work is you would basically invoice, once that candidate is successful, they've had the offer and it's accepted, everything's already pre-agreed. So everything is already agreed with the start date, the salary and everything on the contract. You would just create an invoice, all right? Create an invoice and send it to RecXchange, for example, with Rex Direct. And 30 days plus rebate after that candidate has started, and it goes from start date, not offer date. Once they have started, then yeah, that's when we can look at invoices being paid, all right? It can vary because every client is different. As you know, in recruitment, every fee, every payment date is all different. We try and keep it as neutral as we can. We try and keep it the same, 30 days plus rebate. Sometimes there's no rebate. Sometimes it's 45 days with rebate, no rebate, but you get the gist. It's basically everything's all in the split fee agreement based on the client, and you just raise an invoice to match those details. So this is the payment date, this is the invoice amount, this is my bank details. On or before or on that date, this is where you need to pay that money. So that's it. It is invoice and bank transfer. Obviously, if you're working with another recruiter, the invoice would go to them and not to RecXchange. But yeah, look, that's it. Let's have a quick look at any questions. Will's put, if I were to take it full time, would marketing, merch and personal email address be provided? No, simply Will, I'll keep it simple. No, it won't be, because every recruiter that joins RecXchange is their own freelance, self-employed recruiter. They're not employed by RecXchange. They're working on the RecXchange platform on roles that we are providing, but we are a service. We're a software as a service organization. We're not an employer. So yeah, if you wanted to advertise roles externally, then please feel free to do so. If you want to reach out to clients, reach out to candidates via email, phone, feel free to do so. But it is going to be under your own brand, your own name. It would not be under RecXchange. But yeah, we have run a little bit over. Apologies. I hope that's answered everything. Obviously, we are available in the chat on the platform. We're available on email. We're going to be doing this once a week on a Tuesday, same time, same place. Yeah. But feel free to reach out if you've got any questions. I will suggest that everyone does the platform tour. Just, even if you've done it already, do it again just to refresh yourself on where everything is. We've also got our WhatsApp channel. It's got lots of videos. Our YouTube channel, it's got lots of videos. But we've tried to put it everywhere as much as we can. And we're also obviously doing live shows as well to try and help you get more out of it. So yeah, feel free to obviously reach out, have a look through everything that we've already provided. And yeah, hopefully we can get you some money earning soon. Thanks a lot. See you next week.